Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Sunday the 15th of June. It's news and it's charts time at the Gentleman's Picks Club. I recently had a birthday. I am 1 year older than what I was the year before, and one of the presents I got was this. There you go. There's a cat with a sunglasses. I love t-shirts like that, so thank you to the missus who got me that. But enough of that. Let's get on with the show. So last week when we did this, if you watched this, I explained about my back situation and everything else like that. I am not doing a live stream at the moment because my back is wrecked. It is still wrecked. It even hurts standing up. That little bit that we did there. I hopefully have got some doctor's appointments on the way. You know, I've had a referral from the healthcare at work as well. So things are going to be progressing in, well, a good way. They can only progress in one way, which I hope is going to be a good way. But enough of this. We have Space-Time Games. I want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Space-Time Games. I recently did the brilliant Batty that they created. We did a video of that, and I said, can I plagiarise? Can I use the intro that you've got? Because they have a lovely Space-Time intro. And they said, yes, go for it. So when you have that little bit of a sort of old-fashioned intro where it comes up in colour and then it shows GPC, originally that said STG. Thank you for allowing me to use that. I truly appreciate you. I really do. And please keep up the great work. I love the product that you create. So this on the screen here, what is this? Recently in the videos you have seen tickers. If you want to have a look at the tickers, you know, go and have a look at the past couple of Spectrum games that we've done, you know, a few of the videos earlier on in the week. And I wanted to share this here. This is just a little glimpse for all of you with some of the stuff that goes in the background. Some of this you will recognise effectively as HTML, but I have written an HTML ticker which has got custom words, controls that you can use that you can see on that screen, and it basically injects elements into the ticker that you see going across. So no longer do I have to spend hours, you know, sorting out the assets and getting them working to have the old ticker that we used to use. This one works really well, and I'm really pleased with the end result. But that's a little bit boring and that's a little bit technical. Let's move on. So it's been a great week for collecting Northern Games, double thumbs up. So Hair Trigger was what we did yesterday. I'm sorry there's no video today. As I say, my back is gone. You're lucky you're getting this. You're lucky you're getting this. I have to do this. I want to do this. But no, you know, this is a little bit of a struggle at the moment here. So yeah, Hair Trigger, great game. We played that yesterday. But we also played Scary Things, which is another great game earlier on in the week. The only one of those 3 games we haven't played is Sex on the First Day. I have been waiting for probably about 9 months to get that cassette. I finally got a copy of that cassette from Northern Games. You know, they do brilliant production on all they do. If you're a collector, I highly recommend keeping an eye out for their things, their products. What else have we got? On the Mr. FPJ, finally, the Sega Saturn has come to the Mr. And you'll be thinking, whoa, no. The Sega Saturn has been there a long time. Well, yes, it has been there a long time, but it's been in development build, you know, but it's now been put in update all. And when a core hits update all, there's still development that goes on for it, but it means it's kind of there and it's ready for mass use. Go and play your Sega games now. It is a phenomenal job that has been done on that core. It truly is. So one game that I want to be playing, that I've got set up to play, that I haven't played, that you will be getting is this. So Shiffy246 is coming. It's going to take a while. I need to be in the right mind space, the right headspace to be playing this, but at some point I will be playing this. I have fired it up and it's not a quick bang game. No. This is going to take a little while to play, and I'm rather excited to be playing it. I truly am. But just to let you know, that game is still coming. So what is this? Well, that's a monster joystick that you can see here. I am using monster joysticks basically for the gaming that I do on the channel. And Alex, my friend, you're right. You're absolutely right. I recently said, that's it. I've spent all I need to spend. And you called me out on it when I mentioned the monster joystick in a recent video. And you're right to do so. I saw these when I went to RecCon 2025 and I had to buy them. I had to purchase them. And let me just show you this right now. I'm reaching into my box to get this and hopefully not hurting my back too much. Unplug that cable because it's not needed. This is the monster joystick in question. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is a picture of, you know, the monster joystick, how it was being designed there. You know, this model here didn't exist before. I asked for some features on it, which is done, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I'm sorry that I'm probably pissing off the designer about this. You know, I've ordered some more parts and requested a few more parts, and you may be thinking, whoa, why would you do this? You know, I can actually probably say, whoa, why won't you do this? That's better with 2 hands rather than 1 hand, isn't it? And I want to be able to have the full ability to customize this and get the parts while I can. So yeah, there will be a monster joystick video in the near future. It's going to take a while to do, and you'll see why when that video comes out, but I can't wait to show you a couple of the products, and yes, a couple of the products, maybe even 3 products, but certainly 2 products that they do. Great stuff. And remember, I pay for everything here myself out of my own pocket. So although you see the logo for effectively the Ironclad DX from D3F mod on the gaming videos we do when I do the Mister ones, you see the monster joystick ones for the times that I use a monster, you see the spinner ones in the ticker for when I do the Ultimate Spinner Pro. You know, I believe good products. I truly believe good products are worth pushing. This is a hobbyist channel. I get nothing for this, and I keep bringing up that, you know, this is a non-monetized channel and it all comes out of my own pocket. The reason being is, you know, I hope that people see that yes, the amount of content that's created is quite a reasonable amount for one man that actually does have a real job to do, to pay for some of these bits and pieces that he does. But, you know, all I ever ask is for a subscriber, and the subscribers, yes, it helps push things up, but it gives no other value to let me know that I'm heading in the right direction with what we want to be doing. I have no formal training in video creation. I've got no formal training in video editing or anything like that. So everything that I do is that I've learnt myself, that I've done off my own back. So I appreciate each and every one of you that subscribe. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your support. And now it's time to talk about the charts. Let's look at the movers and shakers for the past week at the Gentleman's Pixel Club. At number 10 and number 10, we have got Ridge Racer. So this entered the charts last week and it has stayed in the charts as well. You know, I played this, I enjoyed playing this. I was interested to see how my PS1 memory muscle would transfer to MAME, and it did transfer okay, but as I said, I think last week when we did the video, I actually think the PlayStation version is a better version of the game, even though it's built on the main version. It just seems, I don't know, more complete, for want of a better word. At number 9, down from last week's number 8, we've got Project R. So this is San Francisco Rush. This is San Francisco 2049, completely rebuilt from the ground up on the PC. And holy hell, what a great conversion of these games it is. It truly is absolutely marvellous. The assets it takes from the CHD files from MAME as well, but the engine and everything else has been rebuilt and it's perfect. It really is. You know, this is like the PC versions, the techno-parrot versions of Outrun Coast to Coast. You know, it's just as good. It really is. If you like your car racing games, then this one really needs to be in your collection, and it's absolutely free. At number 8, finally, we have had an unholy trinity of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, Bomber Girl and Dragon's Lair, and they've been all floating around the top 5. It is now broken after all these weeks of doing these charts. Yes, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, with the nipple shot that happens in one of the Sour Machines, has now dropped down to number 8. Will it fall out the charts next week? Who knows? Who really knows? But it is falling, and it's been about time it's falling, because it's been where it was for a very long time. At number 7, the second partner in the unholy trinity, Dragon's Lair, has dropped as well. Yes, last week number 4, this week number 7. Dragon's Lair was being played on MAME. You know, great version. I used a modified ROM for this because there was the opening scene that was done a little bit differently, and there's a couple of versions of it, so I had to change something in the ROM that he used. Yeah, the CHD file or the disk file remained the same, you know, but it played it in a better sequence. But yeah, this is now falling from number 4 to number 7. So who is going to be at number 6? Does the unholy trinity carry on? Let's have a look. And no, it doesn't. So if it was to carry on, this would have been Bomber Girl, but Bomber Girl isn't here. Where is she? Has she fallen out the charts? I don't know. But what we do have is URBX Warriors. Now, that's now live on Kickstarter. That has got 2 more weeks left on Kickstarter, and holy hell, this game has absolutely destroyed the goals that it was looking to do. You know, this is going to be a fabulous game, I think. You know, it was brilliant. It was a stunning version that I played on the Spectrum X. I can't wait to see this game in all its glory. I really can't. But that's going to be wishing my life away. But I hope by the time this game comes out, my back is a little bit better. So let's take a look at number 5. Number 5, straight in. We've got Baby Man versus Terminatots. That's a real hard word to say. This is a brilliant, fabulous game by 100 Tin Soldiers and Putty Cat. I am so pleased for them. I am generally so pleased for them that, you know, this video is at this point in the charts. You know, it is great to see it come in. You know, I thought it might come in last week because it's just over a week old, this video. It just missed out the charts. It really just missed out of charting last week, but it is here at the moment. So it's had enough views to hit number 5 in effectively the top 10 videos that we have here or of the past period. Alright, so great for them, great for 100 Tin Soldiers, great for Putty Cat, but this game is part 1 of 3, so I hope it does well for them, and I hope we do see the rest of the parts. So who is going to be at number 4? And there she is, there you are, it's Bomber Girl. The holy trinity of Bomber Girl, Dragon's Lair, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties has been broken. You know, she is separated from them, and, well, they fell through the charts. She's gone up, and there's a little mistake there. It says last week number 4. I think what that should actually be saying is last week number 5, but no, she did actually go up a position. Let me check that. Can I tell you what that is now? Give me 30 seconds here. I can't believe I've got that little typo on the screen. Holy hell. You know, worse things happen at sea, mistakes happen and stuff like that. But yeah, let's do a little check to see. So I'm browsing on my little PC here at the moment to have a look at my charts. I've got a little chart folder that we've got here, and I've got a little error on that screen, haven't I? But yeah, we've got to be right here. We've got to be right regardless of what it says on the screen. Bomber Girl was actually at number 5 last week. She's gone up. She was not at last week number 4, which means that she's at number 4 today. So no, she did go up. I apologise about that. You know, my back is screaming at me. It's hard enough to do anything at the best of times, let alone probably even read. Alright, so at number 3, holding position, and the chart screen is okay, is still okay. We've got the 40th anniversary of Manic Miner. Yes, we can get hard with Miner Willie. So yeah, he has stayed at the same position, hasn't gone up, hasn't gone down, and the chart graphic is exactly how it should be. So who is going to be number 2? At number 2, yes, finally, the Techno Parrot emulator has been at the top of the charts for all the time that we've been doing this. It has now dropped off, or at least it seems to have dropped off, because it is now at number 2, and I've got the chart screen right there as well. Yes, it's dropped down, so last week it was at number 1, this week it's number 2, which means there can only be one, and if you watched last week's charts, you could probably guess who number 1 is going to be, but let's have a look together. It is Tapped Out, The Simpsons Tapped Out. Let's rebuild Springfield Part 1. Let's put my teeth in. Let's rebuild Springfield Part 1. So yes, it's first week at number 1. This is basically playing the old iOS Tapped Out game on your Windows device, using your Windows PC, using that device as a server, and your iOS device using it basically as the game you can play. You know, this game expired in January 2025, but the internet said no, and they found a way to bring it up. So there we are. Congratulations to The Simpsons Tapped Out. How long will you hold on there? I've got a gut feeling you're going to hold on for a little while, but I really don't know. These charts are not rigged, you know. If they were rigged, you know, I would have I have no idea what I'd put at number 1. I should, yeah. Oh, I do. It'd be Rally X. Yes, all my Rally X videos would go down from number 1 to number 10 every week. They would be the top videos. But no, I've had fun doing this. I hope you've enjoyed the videos we've done this week. Apologies, there is no video for today. With my health conditions, with my bloody back, you know, I have got to get myself right so I can just get back to doing the live streams, and to sit there for long periods of time doing this. I will see you soon. Goodbye.
Gentlemen, P is for Pixel, C is for Club. At the Gentleman's Pixel Club, we play old school games, no need to rule. With sunglasses on, we dive into retro fun. Masters of nostalgia, our joy never gets undone. G is for Gentlemen, P is for Pixel, C is for Club. The GPC brings us together every single video. Subscribe now and join the club, let's have some fun. Gentlemen of gaming, you know, ladies, welcome to Pixelated Fun. Remember when we had Commodore and Atari too? Those were the days, we loved them like a brother and you. From Pac-Man to Space Invaders, we played all night long. Gentlemen's Pixel Club reminds us of those times when life was just right. G is for gentlemen, P is for pixel, C is for club. The GPC brings us together every single video. Subscribe now and join the club, let's have some fun. Gentlemen out gaming and the ladies too. Retro fun never done. Through the years, the games may change, but the spirit stays the same. Gentlemen's Pixel Club is where we gather our hearts in a gang. Sunglasses on, we're ready to play. Gentlemen's Pixel Club, the ultimate gaming channel, always in play. G is for gentlemen, P is for pixel, C is for club. The GPC brings us together every single video. Subscribe now and join the club, let's have some fun. And women and children of gaming, joystick fun are never done. G is for gentlemen, T is for pixel, C is for club. The GPC brings us together every single video. Subscribe